This is Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. Expert guidance for CFOs on corporate real estate planning, portfolio optimization, global transactions, driving efficiencies and cost reduction, and more. And now, here's your host, Andrew Zezas.
Hello, and welcome to Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, where we bring to middle market and enterprise CFOs the insights and strategies to deploy their company's real estate to achieve increased operating efficiencies and flexibility and drive greater corporate profits. I'm your host, Andrew Zezas, and it's nice to be with you today. During each episode, I'll share one idea, one thought, or one focus as part of an overall discussion about driving opportunity in your company's real estate. Achieving a successful liquidity event, whether selling a company, securing investment, or loans, is a deeply involved process, one that requires careful analysis, thorough planning, fact-based valuation and timing, and requires an intelligent approach to securing the right buyer and negotiating favorable terms. As CFO, you're often in a leadership role in such transactions. Evaluating the myriad details, gathering all relevant info, and projecting likely outcomes in advance frequently fall to you and can mean the difference between failure and success for you, for the company, and its stakeholders. An often overlooked or greatly discounted important value-related detail is the impact of owned and leased real estate on a sale of the company or other liquidity event. Whether leased or owned, real estate used in a company's operations comes with risk. Of course it does. Often contains hidden costs and opportunity. The question of necessity, the ability to achieve efficiencies through consolidation or relocation, on-site expansion capabilities, the availability of alternate facilities at reasonable cost, terms, and timing, the confidence that facility issues can be easily resolved, the availability of internal resources to achieve those objectives, the financial and other terms of existing transactions, the flexibility or limitations those transactions afford, market supply and demand, monetization restrictions or opportunities associated with existing facilities, the physical condition of facilities, and facilities' ability to support the future operating needs and financial goals of the new business owner, and more, all come into play in how a buyer, investor, or lender might evaluate the viability and terms of the transaction you seek to complete. Assessing risks and opportunities in advance, evaluating their possible positive or negative effect on your company's intended transaction, and determining how best to present them to prospective buyers, investors, or lenders, along with electing which negatives to rectify prior to going to market and which to emphasize during the transaction process, are all best practices in achieving most favorable outcomes. As CFO, you know all too well that risks left unchecked tend to stay around and can negatively affect achievable value. You also know that opportunities tend not to stick around and can disappear quickly and must be identified and captured in order to secure that value. When contemplating a liquidity event, as CFO, your company's leased and owned real estate will offer both risk and opportunity and will likely have a real effect on the failure or success of your intended transaction. I hope these insights will be of help to you in intelligently deploying your company's real estate when positioning a company for a liquidity event. If you'd like to learn more, email me at andrew.zezas@cfointel.com. Tune in next week when I'll share my views on redeploying real estate to achieve greater value in buy-side M&A. Thanks very much for watching. It's been great being with you today. This is Andrew Zezas for CFO Intelligence and for Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate.
Thanks for joining us on Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. If you have questions about how best to optimize your company's real estate, email Andrew at andrew.zezas@cfointell.com. If how you serve your company and your career would be enhanced by connecting with peer CFOs from around the country, visit CFOintel.com to explore the benefits of becoming a CFO Intelligence member. While you are there, subscribe to CFO Intelligence magazine, take the CFO Business Sentiment Survey, arrange to attend exclusive CFO events, and explore our other CFO-focused podcast series, CFOs in Motion and CFO Career Accelerator. That website again is CFOintel.com, CFOINTELL.com. Remember to subscribe to this podcast series on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. This has been Driving Opportunity, Your Company's Real Estate, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. We'll see you next time. The opinions and views presented on this podcast by Andrew Zezas are his own and may not be relied upon as fact. The opinions and views of others who appear on this show are their own as well, and may not be relied upon as fact or for any other purpose. Opinions and views and other information are provided for general information and educational purposes only.